Someone asked me to redo the butterfly video, which I recently made, but very slowly for complete beginners. So here is the little butterfly, done very slowly. So we are starting here with the top big wing, and we're leaving a length of thread at the beginning, and that will become the antenna at the end. So it doesn't matter, just a bit of thread like that. So you're wrapping around your hand and you're starting your stitches. So it's a ring and it starts with 8 stitches. So first half, second half, 1 stitch. I'm working in size 10 thread, so it's a little bit bigger than my usual size 20. Two stitches, three stitches, first half, second half, 4 stitches, under, back over, first half, over, back under, second half, 5 stitches, 6, 7, 8. And this thread is twisting a little bit, so I will regularly drop my shuttle and let it untwist itself like this. So now we are ready to make the decorative picots on the end of the wing. They are graduated. You can measure them, but I don't measure them, I just eyeball them. So it's 1 small, 1 medium, 1 long, 1 medium, 1 small. So 1 small picot, about like this, and completed with the second half. 1 medium picot, about like this, and completed with the second half. And 1 long picot, about like this, and completed with the second half. So you can see how they go: small, medium, large, and then medium again. I'm going to feed some thread in my ring here, and the last one is a small picot like this. So here are our graduated picots. Then we're making, so when I complete the picot, that makes 1 stitch. So I've got 1 stitch already made, and I want 6 stitches after the picot. So that's 1, first half, second half, 2, first half, second half, 3, first half, second half, 4, first half, second half, 5, and it's getting too small around my fingers already, so I'm going to feed more thread into it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, first half, second half, 6. And then we want a very small picot, because it's just a joining picot and I don't want any gaps. I want the wings to be very close to each other, so very small, just to be able to put your hook in it to make the join. And complete the picot. You can barely see it, but there's still space for my hook to go in it. And 2 stitches after the picot, so that's 1, first half, second half, 2. So that's the top wing completed. And close the ring. Hold your stitches between your fingers and then just pull on the core thread to close the ring like this. And now we're making the smaller ring at the bottom. So wrap around my hand again to start. Make 2 stitches. So And here, sometimes people ask me about that. No gaps here, so you have to try to really pull that first half stitch very, very close to the base of the ring you've just completed. And then I hang on to it with my fingers here, between my fingers, while I make the second half to complete the stitch so it doesn't move, so that there's still no gap when you've made the first stitch. First stitch, and then second stitch, and then we are joining to the tiny picot here. Pull a loop and pass your shuttle through it like this. So that's the first half of my next stitch, and I want to have 3 stitches, so the second half here of the double stitch to complete this stitch. So that's 1, and now we're making 2 more. First half, second half, 2, first half, second half, 3. And here we're making 3 graduated picots, so just a small, 1 medium, and a small again. So small picot, and complete the stitch, and a medium picot. And of course the picots are decorative, so you can make them any length you wish. So a medium, or looks nearly like a long, but that's fine. And a smaller picot, and complete the stitch. And now we want 3 stitches of the picot, so completing the picot makes a stitch here, so we want 2 more. First half, second half, 2, first half, second half, 3, and then a tiny joining picot. I'm pulling it quite close, about like this. I hold on to it while I make the second half of the stitch. That's it completed, and 1 more stitch to complete the ring. The pattern is written down in the information box below the video, so you can follow along and use it afterwards to make your little butterflies. So close the ring like this, and then we're going to repeat exactly the same as we've just done. Wrap around for the next ring. Again, pull that first half very, very close to the bottom of the ring you've just completed. Hang on to it between your fingers and make the second half like this, so there are no gaps. So that's 1, and the second stitch, 2, and now we're joining to the tiny picot. Pull a loop, pass your shuttle through it, and tighten. It's a little bit twisted. Here we go. And then I complete the join with the second half of a double stitch. So that's 1 stitch, and we want 3 after the join, so that's 1, first half, second half, 2, first half, second half, 3. And we're doing the graduated picots again, so a small, a medium, and a small, and completed with a stitch. So my first stitch is made after the picot, and I want 2 more. 1, 2, and I can see my thread is starting to twist again, so I am gonna drop my shuttle and let it untwist. So I've got my 3 stitches. I want a joining picot, so a tiny one again, and 2 stitches. So this completes the picot. I've got 1 stitch, and I'm making 1 more. First half, second half, and close the ring. There we are. So you can see it's a quick make, because we already had the last ring that's going to complete the second wing of our butterfly. So the last ring is like the first one, the big ring. So wrap around your hand again for the next ring. First half of the first stitch very, very close to the base of the previous ring. Hang on to it, make the second half. So we want 2 stitches and join, so that's the second stitch and join. Like this. And then the second half to complete the join. So that makes 1 stitch, and we want 6 stitches after the join, so that's 1, first half, second half 2, first half, second half 3, first half, second half 4, first half, second half 5, first half, second half 6. And now we're going to make the graduated picots. So a small one and complete it, a medium one and complete it with the second half of the stitch, and a long one and complete it. And it's not essential, but I can feel my thread twisting again. Some threads are just twistier than others. Sometimes it's just a ball as well. Sometimes that's even in a batch of balls that seems to be twistier, and I don't know why that is. It's not a giant problem. You just have to take the time whenever it feels too twisty to drop your shuttle and let it untwist. So we got 3 picots. We want the medium one. And complete it. It's a little bit long. Do you know what? I'm going to undo it. So I'm going to push my hook through there like this and shorten it just a bit. That might do the trick. Yes, that's better. And a small one. And complete the picot. And now we want 8 stitches after the picot, so that's 1 made. First half, second half 2, under, back over, over, back under 3, first half, second half 4, first half, second half 5, first half, second half 6, and now the ring's getting too small around my hand, so I'm going to feed more thread into my ring by pulling here. So 6 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we want just 2 more. First half, second half 7, first half, second half 8, and that's it. Your last ring of your butterfly is completed. So pull on your core thread to close the ring whilst holding the stitches between your fingers. Arrange your picots a little bit if necessary. Oh, like this. And now, actually I've left that a little bit short because I just remember you need to tie them into a knot. It does help if they're a little bit longer, so leave yourself a little bit more length next time or when you start making more butterflies. So I'm going to cut it here. And we don't want this gap here, and the knot, I'm going to make a knot that's also going to kind of serve as a, I suppose, a tiny head for the butterfly. So just an overhand knot like that. Say it works, it's just, well, you can just about make it, it's fine. And the thing I find here, it's quite hard to pull this with your fingers. So to make it close enough here to the center, we want this knot to be right between the rings. So I put a pin in between here in the knot like this. So that lets you pull it very tight and close to the base there. And I remove it. And then I can tighten the last bit with my fingers. See, and then the knot ends up in the right place between the wings, so it pulls the wings together, makes like maybe a tiny head. It's a little bit small, but we'll see it's a tiny head. And then all that's left to do is to cut your threads to make antenna the length that you like, really. You can have really long ones or shorter ones as you wish. So there it is, a quick butterfly, and a little more colorful one here. I hope you'll enjoy making them. Take care. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.